Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Channel just got kind of shitty. I'll admit it. Can't argue with you. So what's left of this pile, there was 5 loads here. There's about 2.5 loads now. Been having some issues. This is for Nelson. Remember last year when I gave you that great advice about letting your slip clutch slip before you use it, especially with equipment that sits outside? You always want to loosen them up, let it slip, put it back together. Well, I did it. I bent my shaft, of course. This piece here is new. That was the only section that got messed up, so I got lucky there. Anyway, we're back in business there. Here we go. We got the 6080 out there. My brother's right down there in the corner with my 7045 in the disc. And I'm running the 7301. It's a Alice Chalmers show out here right now. I got my little old yellow loader tractor down there. We'll get some footage here of the 6080. Pulling a 10-foot. It's my nephew in there. Way to turn and lift it up. Doing a great job, boy. Great job. Well, that wasn't good. Look, he missed a spot. There, he got over into it. It'll be alright. That thing turns around like a bus. I guess we could give him the benefit of the doubt. Oh, yeah. Focus on the poop, not the tractor in the background. Well, you can kind of see the plume of coal. So we're into the next day here. It is 7 o'clock in the morning. There's my nephew. He has disked all of that this morning with a 10-foot disc. You can't get the boy to get up to go to school. But boy, get up and run this 6080. He beat all of us. Look at that. I mean, he must have been out here at 5 o'clock to get this far. Good job. Good job. Proud of you. What's your problem? So what happened? It just fell off. Man, somebody should have put a clamp on it, huh?
Somebody.
Damn. That somebody was probably me. My brother's getting this hired no-till. Well, planning with a no-till planter anyway. He's getting somebody to plant it. And all he's doing here is just, he got lime and stuff spread on this, so he's just scratching the surface and working that in a little bit. That's why the disc isn't in very deep, if anybody was wondering. So I bought this thing for transferring old oil onto the chains. Thought it'd come in handy for the combine and everything, and it has worked out really good. I set it out just kind of sitting out there by the pile of all the things for mice to chew on, I don't get it. You know, this wasn't ran over. There was nothing there. It was just sitting with the bucket. Okay, I don't know. It's amazing to me. Just never would have thought that a mouse would have got to chewing on that. Nonetheless, they did. I don't know. That particular mice likes used engine oil, I guess. Only of the diesel variety. It has to be diesel. It's got to have that diesel-y dinge to it for the mice to like it. So, I don't know. I gotta grease that up. Of course, I left my grease gun at home. I gotta go grab that. Oil the chains, blah blah blah. I've got this machine. It doesn't make it as bad to run back and forth though, so it's nice. This has been been wanting one of these for a long time. Really just a four-wheeler or something. And used one sell at auction, 6,000 to 8,000. The last one my brother saw sell went for 6,500, not running, all beat to crap. Needed tires. Oh, the tires were bald, he said. So I went to Farm Fleet, bought this one new. So hopefully I don't have to mess with it. And so far so good. I like it. Electric dump, well, electric over hydraulic dump. It's got a winch up front. It's got this screen down in there. I don't know, that's kind of fancier than I need, but reverse camera, which I never use. I'm so used to looking backwards that the reverse camera is useless. There's a camera up front for if I ever use a winch, you can watch your winch going, I guess. I don't know. Fancy stuff. It's 850cc EPS. I don't even know what that stands for. I don't know, it's fuel injected with the CVT transmission. High and low, reverse, push button four-wheel drive, and then push button lock in four-wheel drive for when you're really stuck. And of course the seats in the back for my daughters, had to have that. I'm happy with it, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about chicken poop. This stuff is very dry, which is a good and a bad thing because you're not paying for the moisture, you're not paying to ship the moisture, but it spreads for shit out of this spreader. If you'll see, I've got to run the door only open yay much, and then it doesn't sling probably about half of the distance. And what happens is I get a bunch up here, so I have to leave that section empty, otherwise it dumps a whole bunch out. That's not for me loading it, that's for me unloading and getting full there. So this is what I've got left to spread. It's about 2 semi trucks, if you can see it, after this load anyway. 2 semi trucks and a load, which this holds about 6 ton. So yeah, tractor's ready to go. I just got to oil and grease this up, which I could probably make it another day, but I like to keep it nice and oiled. So we'll bring you back once I'm spreading poo, and I'll show you how this is not spreading, I should say. Making a 30-foot pass there, getting her done. Speaking of 30-foot passes, I'm in the way. Love that combo. Just looks good going through the field too. Plus, I mean, come on. Gotta love the AC. Done spreading manure for the day. Well, I spread everything that I've got delivered. I got this little patch here. I was going to take over, but I think I'll just go get a couple of beers and bring them a beer back. How about that? Let them finish. They're doing a good job. It's turning out to be a handy little tractor to have around. My nephew just loves the thing. As long as I get to use this tractor, I'll do anything for you, he says. Doesn't even have AC in it. Or a camp kit, loud. There's a choo-choo. Toot-toot. Oh, that's a heavy one. Got 3 on it. Toot-toot. He must like the tractors. He gave us 4 more. You can't beat that. Watching your fields getting this, drinking a beer, caught up. Somehow I caught up. And I got some help. I did a little bit of plowing for my brother and let him use my tractor to plow his ground. And let his son use my tractor to plow, disc, whatever. Anyway, he owes me some seat time. Let's just put it that way. So, I'm going to call it a night, finish my beer here, go take a shower, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Alright, so I wanted to show you guys how this stuff was not spreading very good. This right here will also show you that this is not a 70-60. I promise you, there's a lot of manure coming out of that thing. It doesn't look like it on camera. But, so I'm having to do these little passes. You can see right over there, I drove, right in that path that slung it here. And just the way that it's spreading it, it's making me have to run the gate close more. And then do tighter passes so that I can get it spread evenly. And what it amounts to is, one of the big farmers basically stole 300 loads of chicken manure from the place. I mean, they're paying for it. They didn't steal it, but they had a contract for 100 loads last year, and they were told not to take more than 100 loads, and they did anyhow. So they ended up taking 400. So then I get screwed with this stuff, which is partially dry. It's too wet to sling out of it's too dry to sling out of this effectively, but it's too wet to try and use a litter spreader. So it's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't know anybody that's got a backsling which would do it, but I would still, it'd be about the same as this. I'd be making tighter passes and whatever. You guys get the point. So I'm just making it do with this. And then on top of that, it's drier, so it's more expensive, but you're not paying for the weight, or you're not paying for the moisture, and you're not paying to truck the moisture. So you're getting more out of the manure when it's dry. So I guess I can't complain on that end, but for what I'm set up to do, I'd much rather have the wet stuff that I had an agreement with the trunker that handles all of the chicken manure there. And, he wasn't very happy about it all. And I know the farmers, and I didn't do business with them before, but from what I understand, they're just taking it and they were piling it on their farm and then selling it for double price to other people they know. So, yeah, like I said, I didn't do business with them before. I sure as hell ain't gonna buy it from them now. Just prime example of greedy. Yeah, I was pretty upset about that. I had to wait a few days to explain what happened so that I wasn't just saying everything was on my mind. It would not have been YouTube approved. So anyway, we're gonna keep pushing here. I got about 60 tons left to do, just this field and field right over the hill there, and yeah, then we'll be moving on to planting. And by planting, I mean disc, drag, and then plant. So I did a clip right here in this section of the field while I was plowing with the 7060 and showed you how much that was working pulling the plow. Now I'm going to show you how much this 301 does not appreciate this manure spreader. It's not completely full, but it's pretty close. I only did about a half a pass. So again, here we're going to try this all one-handed, see what we can do. And the problem here is that we've got to idle her down, turn on the PTO, that kicks in, and then, oh yeah, it doesn't even want to do it in third. Look at that. I had a downshift. Oh, poor thing. Oh boy. It says no. I don't want to do it up the hill in third gear. There we go. Now we're back. Poor 301. People have been asking my brother, does he got a big enough tractor on that manure spreader? Blah, blah, blah. And my brother's response has been, have you ever tried to pull a manure spreader through plowed / disc ground? And the answer is always no. And last year we hooked the 190 up to this spreader. It was not enough tractor. The extra 25 horse that this engine has above the 190 is the difference that it makes to be able to pull this thing through the field. The 190 just was not having it. You could pull it through the field or you could spread manure. But doing it both at the same time, I guarantee when he was done with that first load, if it was nighttime, the smokestack would have been glowing. It was working. I've never seen that much coal dumping out of that tractor. In all the years of Dad farming with it, I have never seen that tractor dump that much coal. And that was just trying to pull this spreader in first gear. Oh man. He, as soon as he got done, he unhooked it and went and got this one, which it amazed me. I really thought the 190 would run this thing, but it didn't. After running it a little bit with this one, I could understand why. So, all in all, things are going good today. I got about 8 to 10 more loads to haul over here, and I'll be all done with this. So that makes me happy. We can move on. Seeds coming today. I still got to get the tree off of my planter, get it hooked up and going. As far as I can tell, the tree didn't break anything, but I guess we'll cross that bridge when I get there if I find anything. And everything's going good, so I'm going to shut up and get back to work and bring you back if something cool happens. I did it. We got the last load on there. And this is actually extra. I got it all spread, so we'll go put this on some clay spots and get the equipment home and move on to the next project for the rest of the day. What do you think you're doing out here, buddy? There might be a hawk out here. You would be careful. One little noise inside. It's a hawk. You better get your buddy on you. He's just out here on the porch when I come walking up. Happy as